Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I made Frostcrag Spire from the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Frostcrag Spire is one of the many DLC houses for Oblivion, and personally it's my favourite. Even when I'm not playing mage characters, having easy access to spell making without having to join the Mages Guild is a godsend. And naturally, the view is quite impressive as well. I remember walking out of the sewers at the start of the game when I played the remaster for the first time, and being very surprised to see that I could see Frostcrag Spire from the sewer entrance. The updated graphics are nice too, I suppose. For the base of this model, I'm using a round piece of MDF board. Using it as a template, I take a chunk of XPS foam and carve it roughly to size. I then rough out the shape of the tower on the foam base, and then map out where I would like the stairs to be. I cut the stairs out of the base, and then originally I was going to try carving them from the same piece of foam, but it just didn't work. So I went with strips of foam core board instead. I then begin building up the tower itself, which is just pieces of cardboard cut to size and then painstakingly laid on top of itself, with a lot of hot glue to hold everything together. Once I was happy with the overall build, it was time for bricks. Lots and lots and lots and lots of bricks. I think this took me about 3 hours to do, and trust me, every minute of it was really painful. Once the bricks were in place, I add the details to the base of the base, such as the pillars for the fires, as well as the various stone details along the base of the tower. The entire tower base is then slathered in a very thick layer of goop, which is then stippled to look like stone, which is then followed by the bricks getting the same treatment with just a thinner version of the same goop, which is then once again stippled. I then move on to all of the metal details along the tower, which includes the trim, the doors, the spiky bits, I don't know what these are called, the roof for the smaller tower section, and I honestly have no idea what this thing is. It looks kinda astrological. It looks like it has something to do with the stars, and it looks vaguely mage-like, so it's going on top of the tower. Although admittedly I probably should have put a bit more effort into it, it looks very rushed and kinda sloppy. Oh well. All of the metal components are then covered in a mixture of goop and baking powder, to help them look more like rusted metal. This is also stippled to help achieve that effect. With all that done, the model is primed black and is now ready for painting. All of the stones get a bluish grey that is kinda dry brushed on there, which is then followed by a black wash and a light grey dry brush using a sponge. The two doors get a gold dry brush, and then the rest of the metal gets a silver dry brush. This is to help the metal look more tarnished, by allowing the black primer to still be visible. I then start filling in the various details around the model. I kinda jump around all over the place here, so just bear with me while I paint everything. Once finished, I lay down some PVA glue on the base and then sprinkle on some fake model dirt, which I then follow up with more PVA glue, and then a layer of fake snow. This was made with baking powder, PVA glue, and a little bit of white paint. The final step was to add the flames, which were made out of globs of hot glue that were painted yellow and then stained red to help make them look like fire. These were simply glued into place at the front of the tower. And with that, it's finished. Thank you for watching. I'm currently debating on whether or not I want to make the other player houses, as there's a very real chance that they'll end up being bigger than this model. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, have a good one.